So Nero AI recently reached out to me asking me to check out their new Windows native app that you can use to upscale animes or videos or images natively on your PC without having to send it to a cloud service or onto a website. They asked me to check out their native Windows software, which works fantastically. It works way better than I expected. So I'm gonna do a quick little walkthrough and I'm gonna show you exactly how it works and what it is. So let's begin. So first of all, when you open the application, this is the app. This is Nero AI Video Upscaler software, and it is a pretty clean app. It doesn't scream at you for anything. So first of all, we have an option to start recording, and this is if you want to use your webcam to record your face, or if you have a camera or something connected, you can use it to record directly from here. But I think for most people, it's going to be import video, where you can import any video that you like. So just press that button and you can select any video that you like. So of course, as an anime channel, I'm going to be showcasing animes today, but you can upscale any kind of video on this, and you have different models that you can use to upscale different types of videos. So here I have a couple of anime clips that I got from Sakugaboru. These clips are pretty short and they are around 480p resolution, which is, I think, pretty low enough resolution for to showcase a good enough upscale. So first of all, I'm gonna choose this clip here. I think this is from Gundam. I don't remember exactly, but do think this is from Gundam. I haven't personally watched Gundam, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but either way, it's a pretty easy to understand UI, but either way, I'm gonna explain what each and everything does. So first of all, we have our video timeline here. So here it shows the original, and it shows the resolution and the frame rate of the original video. And on the right side, we can see the upscale resolution and the frame rate. So if you go down here, we have more options. First of all, if you press this button, this is how you can make it full screen, and you can switch between the upscaled and the original one. And this is another view which shows the entire video in two separate containers. But I think for most people, it's going to be the split view that's going to be useful, as you can see the difference right from here. And I'm going to show you that in a second. And under that, here you have a timeline that you can scrub and select till where you want your video to be. So you don't have to upscale the entire video, and you can just split it or cut it till where you want, and that is useful as you don't have to do it again. If you only want like a very short clip to be upscaled, you can just use this, as your render time will also be less. So up here we have the preview 3-second option, and there's a drop down here, and you can choose the entire video to be previewed 1 minute 30 second or whatever. But for most people, I think 3 second or even 1 second just to see the difference is enough. And when you get to the right side, here's where the fun stuff begins. So first of all, we have the select AI model, where you can select between fast, animation, realistic, versatile, and face enhancement. As we are doing animation, of course, we're going to be selecting animation, and choosing anything else just doesn't give as good of a result as animation. And even if you did choose any of the other ones, it doesn't look as good as animation. So just use animation if you're doing it on anime or anything animation related. And under that, we have the upscale 2. Now this is interesting because yes, you can set your own container if you like. For example, if you want 4K, you can just do it here. But in most cases, I would recommend just selecting the 2 times or 4 times, as I think it scales a bit nicer, and I think it even looks better that way. This is just what I have experienced, so just take it with a grain of salt. But if you still want 4K, like the full container, or even 8K, you have the options here for that. But of course, it's going to be more straining, and I don't think it makes that big of a difference. And if not, it just makes it worse. And under that, we have an option that I'm not a big fan of, but if you still want to use it, it's here. And that is the interpolation, frame interpolation feature. All you have to do to make your very nice looking 24 or 30 FPS anime clips into a smeary mess is just go here and select 60 FPS. That's all you have to do. I'm not gonna ever do that. I'm not gonna do anime that disservice But if you want to, you can do that. And you can just turn on the AI frame interpolation feature here for that. And we also have the scene detection option, and you can select slow motion. So for example, if you want to slow down your clips for those weird, goofy looking edits, you can do that. But hey, I'm not a fan of that, so I'm not gonna touch that. Gonna turn that thing off. So now let's go to some other intricate settings that you can change right from the software. On the right side here, we have the brightness setting, contrast setting, saturation, sharpness. Now these are stuff that you can just change right from here that you can use to make slight adjustments in case you want to make it a bit sharper. And we also have options for white balance that you can change the color temperature and color tint. If you want to make those rose tinted animes, make it a bit more nostalgic, you can do that. And there's also a reset all option if you don't want that. Yeah, that's how you should be doing it. So now let's get into the upscaling part itself. We have the preview option here, which you can press and it will preview 3 seconds of this clip. Now, for example, you can see it do the preview right down here. The purple parts are all previewed. And if I zoom in here, you can see the difference right from here. It's a pretty clear difference day and night. Everything just looks much nicer, much cleaner. And of course, as I said, we did a 3-second preview. You can see that 3-second preview right here. And did you see how fast that was? It looks great. Now I'm also gonna do the export live right here just to show you guys how fast it can get. So under here we have the export settings, of course, which you can just press on to select where you want the exported file to be. Nero obviously chooses your default folder. That's fine. We'll just go with that. But just for a good measure, I think we'll add a bit of contrast and a bit of saturation and a bit of sharpness just to make it look a bit cringier, and maybe a little bit of warm tones. And just press the upscale now button and just look at it. Look at how fast it's gonna be. Look at how fast that was. That was fast, baby. And to see it, of course, you can just press on it and I'll show you a couple other examples. Another one being this one, maybe. This is one from Sonic. I can preview it right here. And as you can see, it's a day and night difference. It looks much cleaner. Now, some people may not be the fan of an output like this, as it may make it look a bit more cartoony than it needs to be, but that's what the AI does. But overall, as the final image, I think it looks pretty great. Of course, if you don't want these adjustments, you can just press reset all, and it does look much nicer. See? But if you want that a bit more oomph to it, you can use these adjustment options, but I don't think most people are going to be a fan of that. But regardless, now I'm going to do a scene and I'm going to show you a 60 FPS upscale on this. So let's do that, because why not? I'm not a fan of it, but I'm just saying. And let's see how good or bad it looks. Oh god. I'm not a fan of something like this, but hey, it is what it is, isn't it? Now, of course, you can just press the upscale now button and it will do your glorious 4K 60 FPS upscale right here. And look how fast that is. Like, compared to a lot of other models, this is like one of, if not the fastest I've seen till now. Now, another thing I want to talk about is there is like 1.5 gigabyte download for hardware acceleration. So make sure to do that after you have downloaded this. And of course, for all details about purchasing the Nero Video AI Upscaler is down in the link in the description. There is also a free trial version, of course, that you can check out, but I'll put all the links in the description to check out everything that you want to. Now here is the final result. You can just press and see. I'm not a fan of this. This is just for a showcase. In my life, I would never do this again. So I'm extremely sorry for making you guys see this, but hey, it is what it is, and that is what you can do with the Nero AI Upscaler. Everything that you want to know, links in the description. Thanks for watching. Also, don't forget to comment the color of your underwear down below, and I'll see you later.